Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on this channel, and yes, a bit of a weird startup, I know. I just wanted to take a minute or so at the beginning of the video to say a big thank you to those that are showing so much support on the channel at the moment. We've been dropping a lot more regular content, and I know I don't have a schedule, so there's no real anything to look forward to, but no matter when I'm dropping these videos, whether they be shorts or main videos like this, you guys are interacting with them, liking the videos, just being absolute legends, so I just wanted to take a quick moment to say thank you so much for that. I also just wanted to update you on my Instagram and also a new TikTok. If you weren't already aware, I did post a sort of like little community post earlier this week, just basically saying that I've got those two pages back up and running. So if you like the shorts that you're seeing, they are also over there, and they will be coming out a couple of days or a day early on both the Instagram and the TikToks than what they will do on YouTube. So if you want to be a little bit ahead of the curve, see some more content over there, because there will also be other things rather than just what you're seeing here on YouTube, so it's not a carbon copy. The links will be in the description for both of those pages. Obviously you don't have to, but if you want to stay up to date on those social platforms as well, they will be there too. I just wanted to say a big thank you to all of you legends that have subscribed to this channel pretty much a year on from when I had about 500 subscribers. We're now at 8,500, so hello to those 8,000 people that have subscribed in the past year. But I won't blabber on too much longer, we will jump into the content, so thank you guys again. Hopefully you enjoy this. Obviously hit that like button if you do, subscribe if you're new around here so you can join the already existing legends that have subscribed to this channel, and let's jump straight into this absolutely insane mage build. So we've had a look at many different builds in Elden Ring. We also recently had a look at Black Flame and Destined Death as like a broken build in Elden Ring. You guys seem to like that a lot, and it's been a very long time since I've covered magic. So I thought today I would bring you the most insane mage build that I have created for a very long time. As you can probably tell, we are using two styles, like one in each hand. The one in my right hand, which is the one I'm going to be using mainly for the spells, is Lusat's Glintstone Staff. That particular staff increases the damage output and is the best sorcery scaling staff in the entire game, so that's going to be granting us the best damage output when using most of these spells. But then we've also got Azure's Glintstone Staff in our left hand, because that lowers the time taken to use spells in the game, and just having it in our offhand will grant us that bonus even though we're not using it for the spells. It is, again, as per normal, I would level 150 builds, so you can do this in your first playthrough. I'm personally in New Game +1 when you're seeing the footage in the background, but just to throw up the stats on screen, we've got 35 Vigor, 39 Mind, 27 Endurance, which is actually 25, is actually being boosted by the Helm, which we'll come to in a moment, 10 Strength, 15 Dexterity, 87 Intelligence, which again is being boosted by the Helm, and then 10 Faith and Arcane. So basically Strength, Arcane, Faith, we don't need to put any points in at all. Intelligence is our main focus, so that's going to be the main damage output, as well as Save Vigor and Mind, with slight Endurance to give us at least a medium roll with somewhat decent armor. And as I mentioned, the helm that we're using, and apologies if I butchered this name, but Hiradas, his Glintstone Crown, which can be found in the Raya Lucaria Academy, along with the usual Banished Knight armor and Scaled Greaves and Gauntlets. But then more importantly, the talismans that we're using, we've got Godfrey's Icon, which will help our charge spells that we're going to be using, the Magic Scorpion Charm, which again gives us another boost to our magic damage, Graven Mass Talisman, which again raises the potency of our sorceries, and then also Radagon's Icon to again shorten the time taken to use these spells. So as you can see, we're using very high damage dealing talismans whilst also reducing the time taken to use the spells, so that we can just rinse through enemies as quickly as possible, swap out spells if we need to, and it just allows us to basically use any spell that we want in very quick succession. Also, with our Wonder Physic, I've got the Magic Shrouding Crack tier, as well as the Cerulean Hidden tier, to both boost my damage output and also stop any FP usage. I think it's for about 10 seconds. The main spell that we're using is also going to be Terra Magica, because that's also going to boost our magic strength whenever we're in that vicinity that we put down with Terra Magica. And then in reality, you can use pretty much any spell that you want. I personally also would recommend having the Great Blade Phalanx or some form of Phalanx within the spells that you're using, just as a backup if someone gets up close and personal to you. That can also stagger enemies, just as a pro tip. But things like Stars of Ruin, if you were to continue on with Selen's quest and obtain that, that's also very good, as that homes in on the enemy. But if you want to be up close and personal, you can use things like Moonblade or the Hammer of Hamer, spells like that if you want to be, yeah, sort of like a battle mage. I would just also advise trying to get as many memory stones as possible, as that will just increase the amount of memory slots you have to put as many spells on at one time. Most bosses aren't really a challenge. Again, Stars of Ruin was my best friend when using this particular build, just so I could keep my distance, home in on the enemies, like target a specific area, whether it be the head or like their vulnerable area, and just rinse them with Terra Magica and also the Wonder Physic, just spamming spells in quick succession, keeping my distance, and just, yeah, destroying them with heavy amounts of magic damage. We have also covered the Glintstone Crisp before on previous videos. That is also another backup if you wanted to have use of the Ash of War with that, which is the Glintstone Dart. That also does insane amounts of damage, so if you wanted to also have that in your right hand as like a secondary option rather than using just the spells with Lusat Staff, that is also another backup that I highly recommend. But yeah, I really don't have too much else to say about this build other than it's absolutely insane. I hadn't made a mage build for quite some time. I think literally my last one I made was about a year ago, and there's been many updates in the game since then, so coming back to it and updating it a little bit and using this build that I've got here is quite ridiculous. I do have 6 flasks of the Cerulean Tears, so I do have quite a few potions as backup because you can go through them quite quickly, especially when the Wonder Physic runs out. So I do highly recommend having a high amount of like Mind, or if you want to use some of those points you've got in say Vigor or Endurance and use a lighter amount of armor and then put more into Mind, you can maybe do that. But if you've got any other suggestions on how to make this build even better, obviously do get down in the comments below. I know a lot of people do go to the comments for ideas and suggestions, and I do obviously read through them myself, so it'd be really interesting to know how you can improve this build even more. Maybe there's a different mask or a different armor set that will also boost the damage output. I think Rogier's does. Can't remember off the top of my head if it does or does not improve the glintstone sort of spells that you can use in the game, but I'm sure there's going to be something out there that will make this even better. So let us know if you've got any ideas how to do that. But like I said earlier, there's really not too much else to say about this other than go make this for yourself and go and have an absolute blast with it. Obviously let me know how you get on if you do use this build. Definitely hit that like button below if you happen to like any part of this video or like these particular guides, because then that lets me know that you want to see more videos like this. Also, if you're new around here, why not subscribe? That way you can stay up to date for more videos such as this, and then you'll never miss a beat. It's free to do. You can always change your mind in the future, so why not give it a go? And other than that, I think I've taken up more than enough of your guys' time, so thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you have an amazing rest of your day, and I guess I'll catch you in the next video of whatever it is that we make. Bye bye.